I'm Maura Black, a partner at Chisholm Chisholm Kilpatrick. VA compensation and pension exams can be high stakes if you're an older veteran. For example, if you waited to file a claim until your condition had advanced, you may now need the disability benefits urgently. Or maybe you've had a VA rating for years, which means losing benefits unexpectedly would be a major disruption to you. Also, the normal wear and tear of aging can confuse some examiners and lead to mistakes. The best thing you can do is to know the rules. Here are a few in particular. Let's start with flare-ups. Under 38 Code of Federal Regulations, sections 4.40 and 4.45, VA must consider your functional loss, not just whether your joint bends to a certain number of degrees on a single morning in a quiet exam room. The U.S. Court of Appeals for Veterans Claims made it clear in DeLuca v. Brown and Mitchell v. Shinseki. VA must account for flare-ups in rating joint disabilities. Flare-ups are intermittent or unpredictable episodes of pain, weakness, fatigability, and limited motion. Your worst days matter just as much as your best days when it comes to VA rating purposes. So be ready to describe what flare-ups look like for you, how often they occur, how long they last, and what activities you can't do when they hit. Keeping a journal of symptoms is a great idea for this purpose. The next tip is about age. Age alone is not a legal basis to deny or reduce a claim. If an examiner seems to write off your symptoms as just normal aging or generic decline, without specifically analyzing your service-connected condition, that exam may not be legally adequate. Your service-connected disability has to be evaluated based on the medical evidence and the rating criteria, not based on assumptions about getting older. Additionally, remember the 55-year-old rule. Under 38 CFR Section 3.327, VA generally will not schedule periodic reexaminations for veterans over the age of 55, except under unusual circumstances. If you're 55 or older and you have a stable service-connected disability, you usually should not be called back in for routine reexaminations. If VA does send a reexamination notice, it is worth asking whether the unusual circumstances exception really applies to you. Now, what if your exam was rushed, incomplete, or premised on the wrong information? Remember that you have options even in those scenarios. Barr v. Nicholson is a 2007 CAVC decision saying that when VA undertakes to provide a medical examination, it must ensure that the examination is adequate for adjudication purposes. For example, the examiner is required to review your records, address your reported symptoms and history, and give a clear, reasoned opinion. If they don't do this, the exam can be challenged on appeal, and the board, or sometimes the court, will order a new one. If you disagree with a VA exam, consider contacting CCK Law. An experienced VA-accredited law firm may offer significant tools and resources in support of your appeal. Good luck and take care.